Hello everyone, welcome back. It is E20 Zone TV. I'm just sorting the camera out and you are joined by me. West Ham United 1, Brentford 2, and to say I'm gutted is an understatement. I really am. I really am. I can't believe it. I really can't. We're supposed to be a top 6 quality team and we played like a bottom 6 quality team today, especially in the first half. We could have easily been 4-0 down. I don't know where to start with this game. I really don't. There's a lot of things that I'm really, really not happy with. Really, really ain't. And to say, well, even from the start, we just look so slow, so poor, and we just looked like we was out of sorts. And obviously, people are going to say about Europa League, and they're going to say, "Well, Europa League, James, we're in the Europa League. It's going to affect our form in the Premier League." But we come out against Brentford and we look like we hadn't played together ever. Brentford could have easily been 3 or 4-0 up at half time. Do you know what I mean? Like in the first half, we huffed and puffed, but we didn't do anything. And people, I understand people will say about like we should have got a draw, but in the second half, up to the goal that we scored, we were very, very good. I'll give us that. But in the grand overall reflection of the game, I thought we were dreadful. And that's no joke. First half, I can't understand it. And obviously, people will say about energy and everything else. But let's be honest here. Why would you have no energy in the first half and then loads of energy in the second half? It just makes no sense. West Ham come out flat and poor. There's a few people that are going to get a lot of criticism today, and one of them is Fabianski. I don't like to criticise the man because he's been great for us, but I think the time is now for a change after the international break. I think it's now time to bring Ariola in the Premier League. We all love Fab. We all rate Fab, and he's been great for us. But today, he's made a few errors, which to me is it's not good. Like especially for their winning goal. Like he's palmed it literally straight out in front of the goal, and as a goalkeeper, you don't do that. You palm it left and right. You palm it away from the goal, but you don't palm it in front of yourself. And it's just not good. It's just not good from Fab, in my opinion. If you've got any comments in the chat, please do put them in there, and I will read them out. I just want to sort of get this off my chest. And yeah, Fabianski just wasn't good for me, and that's my opinion on that. Angelo Ogbonna, another one who's been at West Ham for a long time, has been great for us, great servant to the club, yet again. But today he didn't cut it. There was no excuse for Ogbonna. He's had rest. He didn't play in Europe. He's had enough time, and is this sort of rotation system, especially defensively, not benefiting us, so to speak? Like it looked like Ogbonna and Zuma hadn't played together in their life, and yeah, it's just poor. If anyone wants to come on, DM me on Twitter, and I'll send you the link on there. So yeah, but yeah, I just obviously first half wasn't good. We're 1-0 down. We could have easily been a few goals down. Zuma brought down Tony when Tony's going through. Takes a yellow card. Second half, I'll give the boys some credit. Second half, they come out and had a go. They did have a go. They was trying, and then eventually we got the goal. We got the goal that we all saw was coming. I'm so glad for Bowen. Like he had an header in that second half where I think if he gets it on target, it's a goal. But he scores the goal that gets us to 1-0. And then after that, we just seemed to go back into our shell again. Like we didn't. Once we had scored, we never looked like we was going to win the game, in my opinion, or go for the win. We looked like we was content. And then Angelo Ogbonna does the most criminalist foul and allows them to have pressure, and the ball comes in. It's a great header from their centre half. Fabianski palms it literally straight out into the 18-yard box, and their player, their substitute, comes on, hits it first time into the goal, and 2-1. Good night from us. There's a few issues here that I've got to get off my chest. We've got a great starting 11, but we've got no one on the bench who can come on and change the game or make us play any better, and that is a concern. I might be wrong, and if someone in the chat wants to correct me, please do. But Moyes didn't make no subs today, and we was right up against it. I don't understand why Crowell cannot get in his team. Alex Crowell is a half-decent player, right? And he cannot get in his team for love of money, right? Rice and Souček was getting pulled pillar to post, and because Brentford has set up 3-4-3 and overrun the midfield, and that is what it was. Obviously, I am so gutted. I really am, and probably use a while too. So let's get into the chat and have a look. Reese said we should have drawn that, mate. Yeah, if we would have drawn it, we would have taken it. But in the first half, we could have easily been 2 or 3-0 down. Like, Fab made some good saves, and we was all over the place in the first half. Definitely, I was seeing it every time he grabbed the ball. Yeah, Ivan Toney. This is a player that West Ham have been linked with for so long, and people said, "Oh, he ain't better than Antonio." Ivan Toney is a class footballer, and we should have went out in the summer and signed that man. He's a phenomenal talent. He really is. Evening, Lucas. Hope you're well, sir. Miss Hammerette. I'm not gonna lie. I feel so disheartened. I don't feel disheartened. I just feel disappointed. Like, I look at us and I just think, it's night and day with us. Like, we've gone from that to that, and it's just, I don't know. I understand why. Like, you can't blame it on Europe, because second half we come out and we was firing on all cylinders, like literally firing on all cylinders. So I would have thought we would have run out of steam in the second half, right? But it was like the first half we'd strolled up and just, I don't know what happened. I really do not know what happened there, right? I thought Vladimir Kufel, I love the man, right? He's just been signed a new contract at West Ham United, right? But, and there is a but here, was he fit today? That's the question I want to ask everyone. Was Vladimir Kufel fit? Because he was poor. I've stated it on different shows and different platforms about a left back. Yeah. And I said, the left back I want at West Ham is Rico Henry. He run the show for them. He was another phenomenal player today. Rico Henry. Right. Class. I think we're starting to see the start of the end for Fab. I agree. There's no excuses now. Areola has to play. That today, I think the first goal, he does a good save, but he pushes it out. He tries to get back, and if he saves it, it's a great save, but he didn't. But the second goal is straight at him, literally straight at him. Like, he could have caught it in his hands. And for me, I just don't understand that. I really don't. Like, he's just pushed it straight out for everyone, for them just to invite more pressure on. And even then, the shots come in and he's nowhere near it. So, I don't know. Like, and maybe with Areola in there, the man wouldn't have got his head on it, because Areola's quite a big lump, and he would have been up for it. So, yeah. What else we got here? Sorry, it has jumped. Let's have a look what we got. Starting to see the end of Fab. There's a lot of things wrong with the game today. I agree. Not signing guys hurt us in a big time. I can't understand what's going on with Crowell too. I don't understand it, John. I really don't, mate. Like, I look at Crowell and I think, right, especially in that second half when we was getting, as soon as we scored, he should have made subs. Right? There was no excuses there today from Moyes. Right? We should have made subs. We should have brought on Crowell for energy. Yeah, he played a great game in the League Cup, and he can't even get in this team. He can't even get 5 minutes. And there's no excuses. So I don't understand it with Crow. I really don't. I really, really don't. We all know that there was like a squad that would catch up with us. Also, Moyes is not making a sub today is criminal. Okay, then I'll put it in the chat right now. What subs would you have done today, and at what time would you have done them? There's a question for everyone in the chat. Crow and Flashes could have easily come on. Yeah, maybe. I agree with that. But I look at it like this. Crow should be playing. Like we all know, Souček is just not fit, or not fit, but he's just knackered. He's catching up with everyone. So yeah, Cafal was poor. Johnson should have been used. Good form, and Cafal shouldn't have been saved for after the break, in my opinion. I agree. Cafal, to me, I'll do this. Cafal wasn't fit. He just wasn't fit to me. He just was not the same Vladimir Cafal. His crossing was poor. His defensive awareness was poor. He was poor. And I just don't understand it. And they must have assessed him for that. Like, so, well, I have a drop of tea. I just don't understand why Cafal's playing. I really don't. Like, Ben Johnson played a good game the other night. And I took Cafal off. And that's no joke. Like, I'd have put Ben on and, like, had a bit more speed. But, no, it wasn't to be. Miss Hammerette says it. I agree, Lucas. It's definitely criminal. Souček looks knackered, in my opinion. Totally agree. Totally agree. But they, like, there's a few players today. Like Bowen, I know he scored the goal, but he missed golden chances. Antonio missing again in action. Like, Fornells, quiet, but like non-effective. Ben Rama, and I love Ben Rama. I thought Ben Rama was okay, but I know he's better than okay. Do you know what I mean? He still was having shots and trying to make something happen. Rice and Souček together, they're a great as a two, but when there's three in midfield, they get overrun. I've noticed every time West Ham go up against a 3-4-3 system or a 4-3-3 system, they get overrun because they can't maintain the pace. So yeah, it's I don't understand why Crowell wasn't on that pitch, like, and why there was no subs today whatsoever. I don't understand it. Luke Legend, welcome, sir. We have a good first team, but all these shots resulted in one goal. Their goal didn't have to make many saves. It's very true, mate. And the thing is, we made them look good also because how bad we was. So yeah, John, second shouldn't have even still been on the pitch. The referee let him get away with a lot. I agree. It's jumped. Let me get back up here. Where are you? A minute. I will get to the comments for John. Lucas, Souček give Souček one more to pass entire excuses. Should have been given a full rest on Thursday. I agree. He should have been given a full rest on Thursday. Luke says Souček couldn't pass and he gave the ball away too much. Shadow of the player he was last season. He needs a rest. And the problem is here, everyone. He needs a rest. Like, he played in the semi-final of the Euros, played all season for us, played the semi-final of the Euros. He's had about 3.5 weeks rest, and he's played every game this season in the Premier League and Europa League. You can't do it all. You can't burn the candle at both ends. So yeah, Fab's age is getting to him. The old body breaking down only a couple of times for injuries last season. Can't catch Sad because he's been amazing for us, but time to go. It's not time to go for me, but it's time for him to sit on the bench. That's what it is. I can see the criticism obviously for the second Fab save, but people handed him after the first was incredibly undeserved. The first goal. Why is Tony in that position? Because the defence is all over the place. I think if someone correct me if I'm wrong, but was it Tony who had the shot and he saved it, and Burnwell comes in and scores? For me, it's a good save, the first one, and if he saves the second one, then I don't think no one's moaning, no one's complaining at all. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Irons 97. Sorry, he's not good enough many times already this season. He's been playing the ball and he's led to goals. Yeah, yeah. I must admit, there's a few games like that he's sort of making mistakes now, and it's costing us. And I just think Areola in next game. There's no excuses now. Just put Areola in, right? And I want to see Areola, I want to see Diop, and I want to see Zuma, all three of them together. The French connection, the French three, who I think will be the future. Right? We can't wait and hang about and all that. We need these players in now. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Don't stop the music. Thank you for joining us, sir. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It goes a long way. It helps me out greatly. Crowell was quality against Manchester United. Totally agree, mate. Totally agree. Crowell was quality against United. I like Crowell. I do. I think I should have started the second half with subs. Definitely Crowell and Johnson. I thought Kafal was poor. I do. I thought Kafal he just wasn't fit in my eyes. And you're up against like lightning quick players like Tony and Burmo, who I've got a Brentford mate, and he said to me, he said, "Don't worry, well, we bring pace in our team, especially in our front line." They knew what they was doing. Like they broke up play. You know what I mean? They knew when to break. They were fast. They was lively. They was sharp, and we was none of them. Do you know what I mean? We needed pace against them. 100%. I agree. Soucek shouldn't be knackered. He's been reasonably rested. Don't know what's going on there. Soucek shouldn't be knackered. He's been reasonably rested. No, I've got to disagree there, mate. He's played every game this season, barring one game. That's the League Cup game. Like, so I think he needs more than that. Soucek hasn't been rested, mate. They're having a chat there. I was just watching the City Liverpool game. City have pressed Milner, have praised Milner. He did get a yellow, which he did today. I easily chose Brentford's yellows. I posed a question. I don't understand that one, but carry on with the comments. Skipped again. Why didn't Moyes target and press their players? I don't understand that either, right? When the second half, when we come out, we looked a completely different team. It was like he got in at half time, had a right go at them, and basically said, right, I want you to press this team up the pitch. I noticed Ben sat a bit more deeper, so he could pick the ball up when he could run at them. And what made me laugh is, why is it that, and I think what Shiny G is trying to say is, when a lot of the Brentford players got booked, why wasn't we running at these players? Like, I don't understand it. We should have been easily running at these players because they were there for the taking. So, yeah. Oh, dear. Joys of being a West Ham fan, isn't it? Did we just give them too much respect or go in thinking we was going to get the win? Something's just felt off. For me, I think we thought we'd turn up and we'd play our way and we'd get the job done. And we got stung. For me, when I look at us today, I thought we was poor, and the international breaks come at the right time, right? But it all goes back to the summer window when we didn't have enough. Like Mikel Antonio today, what did he really do? Honestly, if people can be really honest here, what did Mikel do? And he is our talisman. And if he don't perform, we don't perform. And there's been a few times this season where, for how good he's been, the games when he's not been, we just don't play well. Southampton away, he was out of the game. We didn't play well. Do you know what I mean? Is naming another one. So, yeah, it's a bit of a problem. Do you know what I mean? What we got here? Ref was absolutely shocking today. Fab's reaction for the first goal was good, but his recovery time is too slow, and that's why he didn't get there in time to stop it. Great point. And maybe if that's Areola in goal, he's pushing it further away from the goal, so it gives him more time. Obviously, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but we've got to look at this and go, basically, the first one, I can sort of say, all right, fair enough, but the second one's criminal. I'm sorry, but the second one, that's a criminal offence, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? You can't do things like that. We can't blame the ref. Defend like that and miss all those chances, you're going to lose. Yeah, I don't blame the ref today. I thought the ref was just the ref. Do you know what I mean? What I do blame today is why we were so slow coming out the traps in the first half. Like, I don't understand that. We just handed it to them. And as soon as they got that goal, they had something to hold on to. That's the poorest performance I've seen West Ham play this season. Like, and people will say, yeah, we deserved a draw. We had a good second half up to the goal. Then after that, I'm thinking, right, it's 1-0 on the 80th minute. We've just scored. Let's go for the win now. Right, it's time to win this game. Right, we done nothing. Done nothing at all. Like, and it was just. And then, if people want to criticise Fabianski, they need to criticise Angelo Abona today and all, because you give away a stupid foul outside of the area, right, in a dangerous position in the 92nd minute. Why? Do you know what I mean? Because he's ball watching yet again. Today we're screaming out for Fredericks. Don't know about that. Let's go back up here. What we got? I'm trying to get to all the comments for everyone. This is now our second loss after a Europa League game. We all know this was coming. Paint over the rust. Hopefully, Rob Newman and Moisey can get some answers in January. The problem is with this, and I'm going to ask everyone in the chat right now, right? The problem is who comes off the bench to change your game, in your opinion? And that is the $1 million question, right? That's our starting lineup team. But who comes off the bench and changes the game? Liverpool have just got one past. Oh, Liverpool have just scored. Who scored for Liverpool? Souček played 20 minutes Thursday, so he was rested enough. He shouldn't have played at all, mate. Souček, and it's showing. Souček is a shadow of the player he once was. Like, he's not getting in the box anymore. Today he had a great chance when Rice crossed the ball in, and Antonio and him are there. He misses the chance. This is it. Like, Souček don't miss them chances last year. I mean, but yeah. Irons 97, shame about Fredericks was just starting to find a bit of form and confidence. Don't stop the music. Totally agree, mate. Let's hope we can see him back after the break. Dreading the next league game. Everton and the other half reckons Cameron Fitz and Richardson are back. It's not that. It's we've got Everton, then we've got Genk, and then we have got Spurs. So it's just, if we was to sort of reflect on this now and go, right, we lose this game, but we go up to Everton, we win, and we beat Spurs at home, I think we'd all take that. But yeah, the point is, James, I chose which of them players would get booked in a bet, and I'm an idiot. Was needed to target them until one of them got a red. Yeah. I could understand, mate. There were so many of them who got booked, and Fornells is not running at them, Benny's not running at them, Bowen's not running at them. And it just seemed like the referee couldn't wait to get his cards out, and every time he got his cards out, it was someone else who got booked. Antonio did some lovely wing play, but he was never anyone in the box. The problem is, and that is the one issue with Antonio, right, that I have in being real, right, is that when Antonio drifts from left to right, wing to wing, he's ineffective because we need him in the box. So yeah, right, yet again. And I've noticed it when teams play against a 3-man defence against us, we are clueless. Everton done it last year. Chelsea done it last year. There was someone else who done it against us and all, right? Last year, I think it was even Brighton at the LS last December. I know it's a different time scale and a different etc. But when we play up against a 3-4-3 system in a 4-2 against a 4-2-3-1 system, we just don't do well. For some reason, it's like they target Antonio, shut him down. Then once they've shut Antonio down, the supply's gone to get the goals, basically. So, yeah, Lucas. I thought Antonio was really good today. Just didn't score. Find the final third passing was brilliant today, and took players on, but he missed a few easy shots on goal. I've got to disagree there, mate. Antonio, I thought he was well marshalled again. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't ever remember their keeper making a stunning save from Antonio. Like, Ben Rama had a good shot from a free kick, but what did their keeper really do? Do you know what I mean? Totally agree, James. Time for Areola. Let's jumped again. Where are we? I'm nearly there, people. Nearly there. Our performance have been progressively getting worse, so let's hope the break will do us good. I agree. Anyone else fed up with the international football starting to stop the season? Do you know what, mate? It might have just helped us, though. Unless I can't stand the international break, but maybe they need time to rest. Like a lot of these players, Bowen, Cresswell. The problem is we've got a lot of players going out on international. So, yeah. For Frederick's place, we would have been better off today. Flashy Orlanzi comes off the bench, depressing but reality. I got to agree. The problem is with it is Boy's not making a sub today tells me one thing: he had no faith. He had no faith with anyone on his bench to change the game, in my opinion. And why he's let them just sort of run it down is, I don't know. I really don't. Miss Hammerette, it's down to the signings and that and the bold. Dreading transfer windows January because I honestly can't see us doing business. I'm always GSB out. Yeah. I think it's just showing now. It's starting to show a little bit. Do you know what I mean? The only decent thing about it, and I will sort of bring this up, is that there is an international break now, which will give us time to sort of sort ourselves out. That header was nicked off Antonio, to be honest. Mickey should have bagged that. I agree. Mane for Liverpool Salah assist. Mane, yeah. Hopefully the loss don't screw us because the next few matches are tough as. Yeah, I agree. But we are West Ham. The game we all don't expect anything from. We always get something out of them. Let's not lose hope, Hammers. It's not losing hope, mate. I'll be honest with you, but when you're playing Brentford, you know what you're getting: pace, speed, technically good. But I think we just sort of handed it to sort of Brentford on the plate really today. How good would have Antonio and Tony been together? Yeah. I don't know what else more to say on this. Really, I don't. Like when I look at Tony today, and I don't want to knock Vlasic, right? I'm not like trying to knock him, but we could have went and sort of put in a big bid for Tony and got him out of Brentford. Now, I don't think we would ever get Tony out of Brentford. Even if Brentford got relegated, I think teams are starting to see what he's like and go, big clubs, they will look at him because he's an handful. I thought he was first class though, along with Rico Henry for them. There's another one who I've been screaming at to try and get Rico in at left back. A lot of questions need to be asked today, especially of the defence. And obviously Angelo Ogbonna will get a lot of criticism also because I thought he was poor. Do you know what I mean? Like, and there's no excuses with Angelo, right? He's been rested up well. He's not playing all the time. There's no excuses, but today I just thought he looked terrible, really bad. Obviously, Man City have just scored. So what we've got here. Tony would have been will strike for into anyone. Could have signed him a few seasons back for 7-8 million. Missed the chance and missed the chance twice. Yeah, I agree. This is sort of a quick afterthought show, and I just wanted to get everyone's thoughts on it. Just quickly, anyone who's in the chat right now, I'd just like to say, give us your player for West Ham who you thought had their best game in the shirt today. It'd be nice to hear in the chat if before I sort of come to the end of this, because I will be back again later on this evening to do a player ratings with Charlie Walsh from Hammers Chat. So me and him will go through the players at West Ham. I just wanted to hear your thoughts in the chat, who you thought had a pretty decent game in your opinion. Luke Legend, Cresswell covered the centre back so much he couldn't get forward. Declan Rice again, easily again for me. I felt for him today. I really did. I really, really did. I felt for Declan Rice today. Um, I just thought he was getting overrun, and I thought the system was wrong. Uh, so yeah, Antonio gave 100%. Yeah, I can't knock his work rate, Miss Hammerette, but how can I put this? Being polite, I love Antonio. He's done great things for us this season, but some games he goes quiet. He goes absolutely quiet, and today was another game where he was quiet. Let's be honest. Did he really trouble their defence? Not for me. Cresswell has been highly underrated for the last 2 seasons. Declan Rice, but he was hardly stellar. Yeah, Luke's put it brilliantly there. Totally agree. He's sort of reworded it. What we got here? Benny didn't do anything wrong. That's the best I can say for us today. I agree. I thought Benny done well. I really did. He had a few shots. He had a shot that the keeper tipped over the bar. He was trying. It just looks like we was just off it today. It's gutting. It's absolutely gutting. Yeah, but I think we rely on him heavily too much. Yeah, but I think we rely too heavily on him. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. I think Antonio, it's like Antonio or nothing. And the only decent thing I will say about today, before I sort of wrap it up, is that Bowen scored today. Right, he needed a goal. We've been crying out for this man to get a goal. He's now got that goal. Now I want him to go on and run like he did last season. Last season, he started off very well, got a few goals, goal. Then he went quiet for about 12 games. I want Bowen to do the same again, but this time keep it consistent. And basically, I will give a shout out to Bowen here today. I really do mean that. Before I sort of read the comments out, if you like what I do and you like this video, give the video a like. If you like this channel that I've created, subscribe. I only try and be as real as I can be, mate. There's no agendas here. I try and deal with fact and fact only. So, yeah, give us a subscribe. It helps me out greatly. I just want to get my figures up and my numbers up. And I'm not trying to be like anyone else. I just want to be proud of what I'm doing with this. So, yeah, if you like my stuff, give it a subscribe. I will go back into the chat before I wrap it up. Let's have a look. Rice needs a rest, and some points keep putting it up with cramp. Yeah, and that was a worry, Luke. I won't lie. That was very much a concern for me. Really, really was. When he pulled up there, I was like, please don't go down. Right, because if he goes down in our Premier League season, or even our Europa League season, could be all over. Benny didn't do a lot wrong. I've read that one out already. Yeah, but I think we were too heavily. Strategy. There wasn't much for a goal Bowen to hit. The placement was exceptional. Yeah, I totally agree. What we got here? Jeff Parker. You're new around here, sir. If you like what I do, give it a subscribe. It go a long way. Bowen never stopped running and got the goal. I totally agree, mate. I really do. Bowen, that's what he needed. And that's the only sort of positive that I can sort of take on today is that, do you know what I mean? The rest of the team, just flat, really. And it's a shame. It really is. Do you know what I mean? Considering how well we have played today, only up two top that went missing from me was Fornell's date. Yeah, Fornell's just wasn't with it today. Like, and I'm not his biggest fan, Fornell's, but to me, he's hot and cold, mate. He's either very good or he's quiet. There's no middle with him. I thought he was pretty quiet today. I'll be honest, I really did. We ain't looking for each other in and around the box. Miss Hammerett, thanks for the video, James. Come on, you irons. Oh, no worries. Thank you for being here. And Jim says, Luke says, cheers, Jimbo. Right, and that is it. I want to thank everyone who's been watching. I will be back soon doing a player ratings tonight at some point. It might be a late night one, or it might be in the next hour. So keep a lookout for that. I'll be with Charlie Walsh from Hammers Chat. he's going to give his thoughts on the player ratings, and I'm going to give mine, and we're going to have a little chat about it and discuss it. So it's either going to be before 7:30 tonight, or it'll be a late show about 11 o'clock tonight. So keep an eye out for that. If you like what I do, as I say, thanks a lot. I really do appreciate it. It's not the result we wanted today. I'm gutted. I really, truly am. But in the grand scheme of things, it's 2 defeats. I believe it's three or four wins now. Leeds, Newcastle, Leicester, and a couple of draws in there. So we've had 3 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats. I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we move on now. Obviously, international break. It gives the chance for the club to sort of reset, refresh, and go again. So yeah, so check out my stuff. Thanks for watching. Take care, and just keep the faith, everyone. This is West Ham. Bye for now.